Thank you, Mike, for that. We haven't even gone live yet. He's already being fantastic. $2 from Mike. Here's hoping everything goes better today. We need it to go better today, Mike. Versatility. Angels fire sale coming at you. Hopefully. I would love to get Lucas Giolito to finish off the year. That'd be fantastic for absolutely nothing. But, yeah, if you're already in here, just a couple minutes into the stream, and you haven't said thank you or haven't given Mike claps in the chat, please do so now. That'd be great. Money Mike being the man. Start this stream off, hopefully on a good note. We're on a good note right now. Larry Lucchino, man, I'm watching this pregame live stream, man. It is Larry Lucchino, man. He got old, huh? What's up, Monk? What's up, Milan? How are you, my friend? It's been a weird day, chat. It's been a weird day. We started yesterday off with a backwards hat. Didn't go well for the members-only live stream, so we're going to do the forwards hat tonight. What's going on, Mr. Prodigy? What's going on? Yeah, I'm a little nervous about the waiver wire versatility because it is... Yeah, video tomorrow is going to be about Duran. Yeah, I was looking at that versatility. So for those of you who don't know, the Angels essentially just threw onto waivers literally all their decent players left aside from Shohei Ohtani, which means that it's a possibility that the Red Sox could pick up Lucas Giolito for the rest of the season, which would be fantastic. Getting ready for baseball practice. Back at college. That's awesome, QB. I'm happy you made your recovery so quickly, man. But on top of that, too, to get Lucas Giolito, every other person who has a worse record than us has to pass on him, basically. Anthony with one gifted membership to John Graham gets a membership. Thank you so much, Anthony. It's good to see you in here. Can we get some claps in the chat for Anthony? Thank you for your gifted membership, my friend. It means a lot to me. I really do appreciate you. 6 months membership from Anthony. Thank you for being a member for 6 months, Anthony. Wow, you got a whole lot of stuff in blue today, huh? Yeah, it's good to be back streaming again. Thank you so much for being here for 6 months, Anthony. I appreciate you. So anyways, the Lucas Giolito stuff, yeah. Essentially, the Red Sox could get Lucas Giolito. The problem is there are two teams in front of them right now. Really, yeah, two, maybe three. I can't remember if the Diamondbacks are in front or behind. But either way, you've got the Reds and you've got the Marlins in front of you. And I don't know if the Marlins really need that pitching, but the Reds could really need that pitching. So I would be kind of surprised if Lucas Giolito fell to us. Think you should? I think you should, Monk. You get extra live stream a month. You get game previews, which there's only a month left of those, but we're gonna be doing some baseball movie watches during the off season together. We decided last night membership's gonna be fun in the off season. Diamondbacks are a game behind, yeah. So there are a lot of things. It would be really funny if the Red Sox losing the series to the Dodgers and then losing last night to the Houston Astros gets us Lucas Giolito and puts us in a good spot for the rest of the year, and then we extend them. That'd be funny. I didn't even know there was a Mookie Betts glove. Is it a model, QB? Tonight won't matter. If we get Giolito, tonight will definitely matter. Either way, tonight's in my opinion make or break, right? You win this game, then you got a chance of winning the series tomorrow. You lose this game and you lose the series, and that puts you 5.5 back. I'm doing all right, Bucky. I'm doing all right, my friend. Think they should start Rafael? No, you got to stay with. You got to stick with Adam Duvall. He's way too good. Why won't I don't know, Paul. I'm not really listening right now. Yeah, Larry Lucchino, man. I haven't seen him in a while. Yeah, so I don't know. I know. I saw that, Rusty's. That's going to be the video tomorrow. I saw that from you too, Robbie. Yeah, video tomorrow will be on Jaron Duran talking about The impact he had on the team, talking about what this means for his future, talking about everything revolving around it, how long the surgery, like rehab's going to be for him, and when he can start doing baseball activities again, because it's actually a pretty decent amount of time. So that's what we're going to do. That's a big bet, Monk. Hopefully it pays off for you. Matt Moore could be an interesting pickup. I wouldn't be shocked if the Red Sox go after either Ronaldo Lopez or Matt Moore. See if they can get someone in the bullpen for the rest of the year either. Nesson needs a big revamp. One thing I noticed with Nesson is how is it that Apple TV went into Fenway Park, used the same camera software, and had such a better quality? I don't understand that. That's something that I would love to understand. How do you feel about Alec Cora's managing last night? I was very upset in the moment. I still don't know if it was the right decision. But after the game and then this morning, more information came out, and I do have Apple TV, yeah. And what we learned was that essentially the medical staff for the Red Sox told Cora, look, you got Sale, you got Barraclough, and you got Kenley, who we can say definitely are able to go tonight. Everyone else you're taking a risk with. And so once I heard that information and put it into a little bit of perspective, the problem I have with Alex Cora's decision last night is that essentially, right? I'll take a look, QB. Is that essentially, right? This is essentially a wild card game, right? You're playing this like a wild card series, and in a wild card series, you don't worry about who's good to go and who's not, right? You just put out your best players. And then that's my perspective, right? That's how I would have managed the game last night. The problem is with that is that this isn't a wild card series, right? It's not 3 games and then you're going for the next, and then you get a day off and then your adrenaline's pumping for the next series, right? It's you wipe out your bullpen in this series. What happens in the Kansas City series? What happens in the all of this stuff? So for me, last night my immediate reaction was, what the hell, man? What are we doing here? We were live on our members only live stream last night, and I had a full mental breakdown, right? I went off on everything. And now today, when you take a step back, you look at the bigger picture, it's understandable. But at the same time, too, it's still frustrating, right? So I can understand both sides. Yeah, Robbie, you missed a classic breakdown from Corbin. Gritty, what's going on, my friend? Do you know if we have any more bullpen options tonight? Yeah, we should be good to go for tonight. I think the idea was we need to give him 2 days rest, and then we're good to go. Leg reveal? No. Maybe if I have to get up and get something. Yeah, that was a positive from last night. Rafael got his first hit. At least he didn't throw your hat on the floor again. Yeah, that was bad. What was that, the Dodgers? No, that was the last Houston game. Yeah, that was bad. You sick for the last 2 days? Sorry to hear that, Harrison. Hey, are you still with Grandstand Productions? I feel like I haven't seen you on there that much. When's my next video? Probably tomorrow. We're going to be going over Jarren Duran. Yeah. Yeah, last night was bad. I could barely even speak. So I'm hoping tonight goes a little bit better. It needs to go a little bit better, yeah. Oh, nothing. I just feel like I haven't seen you on their podcast recently. Yeah, the Durant stuff's heartbreaking, man. I'm gonna get into it more tomorrow, but it's just from it was such a good story this year. He was such an integral part of the team. To have him go down. Yeah, especially in the time he's going down with everything going on there. I truly hope for his sake he's able to get back in going into baseball activities as soon as possible. Oh, video editor. Interesting. That's awesome. How did the Dodgers see Brazier needed a new pitch? He's throwing a cutter now, for those of you who don't know. Paternity leave, I believe, is 4 days. I think it's a maximum of 3 or 4 days. It's one of the two. It's either 2, 3, or 4. I can't remember the exact one. I think it's in between 2 and 4. I don't exactly remember. I think it's 2 games, 4 total days, 3 total days. I don't know. Uh, a dial-in option. I don't know if I can do that on YouTube, Mike. Yeah, I don't know, Paul. I don't know if it's something that he tried to work on with the Red Sox and he just simply couldn't get it done. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's something that the Red Sox just couldn't get him to that spot and the Dodgers could. I would assume they knew that, hey, if he adds in a new pitch, he could be really deadly. But also, too, right, when you got pitching factories like the Dodgers and like the Rays have, you just see things other teams don't. Just how it works. I did see that, Logan. Yeah, right after I put out my video, too. It sucks. Should Duvall re-signing be? It's a great question, Anthony. I think it depends on what you want to do with Alex Verdugo. If you want to keep Alex Verdugo, I don't know if you re-sign. I think it's one or the other, right? You go one direction or the other. You either go a short-term deal with Duvall or you keep Doogie and you try to extend him for 4 or 5 years. I think that's sort of exactly what you end up doing. Could you see Heim getting anyone? Well, I mean, it'd be only waiver wire people, and I think the only way to be honest with you, it's not really up to it's not up to Heim, right? If Giolito goes to someone higher than the Red Sox, then he clearly just didn't put a bid in, which I think would be ridiculous because you can afford them and you need pitchers. But yeah, if he doesn't get him and he goes to say the Reds or the Marlins or the Diamondbacks, it's not anything he can control. Bader on waivers, we don't need Harrison Bader. Yeah, we need healthy options. Josh Donaldson, God, I hope not. Good game, guys. Yeah, it was I really, really hope. Yeah, that might be. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if that's the way they go, versatility. They give Duvall 2 years. Rizzo, Stanton, you can't do anything with Rizzo and Stanton. They're still on the Yankees. Yeah. Giolito, Hunter Renfroe, Randall Grichuk, Ronaldo Lopez, and Matt Moore were put onto waivers by the Angels. It was crazy. I don't think I've ever seen that. Josh Donaldson's retiring. Man, that was a fall from grace, huh? That was a real fall from grace. No, we're not getting Hunter Renfroe back before we get those comments. We don't need him. Adam Duvall is better than Hunter Renfroe. I'd rather have Adam Duvall in the lineup right now. Yeah, Renfroe was decent this year. He wasn't. I still think Adam Duvall is having a better season overall. I know Adam Duvall's at a 133 OPS plus. Let me see what Hunter Renfroe's at. He's below average this year. He's at a 94 OPS plus, hitting 239 with a 300 on base percentage, 425 slug, which is the lowest of his entire career. Oh no, wait, second lowest of his entire career. Yeah, 18 home runs, 52 RBIs. How's he doing on the field? So yeah, I think every metric Adam Duvall's better in this year, and he's been terrible in the outfield. Jeez. So yeah, and he played some first base. Look at that, 5 games at first base this year for the Angels. There's got to be something going on with Hunter Renfroe off the field that we just don't know about. To go from he's been on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be his 6th team in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, in the last 1, 2, 3, 4. In the last 5 years, he'll be on 6 teams. That's crazy. Something's going on there. Because he's a decent talent. Yeah, I heard that rumor too. I don't have any information on it, honestly. All right, Monk. Sounds good. I don't know if Giolito will be gone before he gets to us, to be honest with you. Rumor, yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah, I have Harrison, yeah. Yeah, I know, Bob Dylan. we always said that this team could go on a run. Look how empty Fenway is. Clevenger got waived too. Yeah, I saw that. Score prediction. Let's go 7-4 Red Sox. Hopefully. Yeah, that is crazy, Logan. It's absolutely nuts. Yeah, right now, I'm not kidding. There's probably more Astros fans than there are Red Sox fans in the stand. Give up for Giolito? I don't remember. He was a top 100 prospect, though. Bet on the over? Yeah, that's probably good. That's probably a good bet. What is the over for this game? I didn't even look. I only looked at what I was going to bet on. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the schedule certainly helps the Seattle Mariners, but they have to win those games at the end of the day, right? I mean, look at the Red Sox. Sawamura, yeah, that's who we should get. That's who we need right now. Sawamura. Thoughts on Wander Franco? Terrible situation. He'll probably never play in baseball again. Disgusting. Blaze Jordan next year. He's just sort of blocked out. 10.5. I would take the over on 10.5. He's just sort of blocked out, man. Where do you put Blaze Jordan? He's a first baseman and a third baseman, right? You're not replacing Rafi, and you're certainly not replacing Tristan Casas. DH maybe, but I don't think you hedge your bets on a fully designated hitter, on a guy who's never played Major League Baseball before, right? That was disgusting, Bayo. What's interesting about Bayo? The boxing members already know this, but Bayo has only faced this team once, and every single person, aside from one singular player, has at least one hit off of him, and yet they've only scored one run. He's so impressive. What are they going to do with Dahlbeck? I don't know, to be honest with you. They might just sort of release him this offseason. Blaze and Devers have similar defense at third base, so that wouldn't be an improvement. I have not, Cam, and I'm actually surprised we haven't heard anything about talking with Justin Turner about an extension. Yeah, I have not heard anything. I thought we would by this point, but yeah, he has an option, yeah. But, I mean, if I'm the Red Sox and I'm looking at... Appreciate that, Sky. Need to hear that today. Thank you. And if I'm the Red Sox, I'm reworking that to make sure he doesn't go. I'm trying to put him in a position where, okay, look, we'll give you next year, and then we'll give you a player option in 2025. How's that? Because then you'll be not a great start. Not a great start. I mean, that was a right down the pipe fastball. Don't love that. Don't love that out of the gate. How old is Turner? He's 38. He may have, Salty. Yeah, you might be right. The good news is right now it's looking like the Red Sox will have some time off in October to try and get some stuff done. Hey, that slider's moving well for Bayo right now. It's looking good right now. I'll give him that. Obviously, you don't want that home run, but where is Jack? I talked about this. Oh, my God. That's back-to-back. Oh, boy. Jack is no longer, yeah. Jack is, I don't know what happened to Jack. I hope he's doing well. I hope he's doing well, but yeah, he blocked me on everything, canceled membership, unsubscribed, the whole deal. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Sucks, but I mean, it's sort of the business, right? And my stream, I'm cursed. I might be cursed. That might be it. Where is Sedan? He is not starting tonight, Paul. Do I think Sedan makes the opening day roster? I think I think Sedan will fight for a roster spot. I think that's where we're gonna be. But I don't think he'll. I don't know if he'll make the opening day roster. I think they'll have him fight for a spot in spring training though, and I think it'll be pretty. I think it'll be a pretty hard fought battle. I didn't. There was no. Yeah, Jack R. Yeah, there was no. There was no argument. No, there was no argument here. We were. From what I knew, we were on good terms. I don't know what happened, to be honest with you. I hope so, Ethan. I hope they get either Matt Moore or Lopez at the bare minimum. Because they have about $4 million until they hit the cap in space right now. So you got a little bit of wiggle room here. It's glad to have you back, Jackson. Yeah, so I would love for them to get a couple of those guys. They've got the room for it. We'll see. We'll see. It depends on who picks them up beforehand. What's up, Craig? Ouch and ouch? Yeah, pretty early. Clevenger? Yeah. What happened with Clevenger's stuff? How's life? It's going. It's going. What's up, Wes? Yeah, I was disappointed too for us. Hamilton, yeah, I talked about it in the live stream, and Mike hates this, but I'm not big on Hamilton. He's got the speed, and that's great, but he's got to get on base to do that, and he just looked flat out over. Like when Tristan Casas was struggling, you could tell that there was still potential there, right? When Jaron Duran was struggling, you could tell there was still potential there. When David Hamilton's been struggling at the major league level so far, it has been clearly he's just overpowered, right? Pinch runner in the postseason, yeah, that's fine. But again, think we'll get starting pitching soon? Well, we're not going to get it this season, man. This offseason, I hope that's got to be. I mean, that's got to be the mark here. The Red Sox. I hate when people say that. I don't know, man. If they can't do anything tonight, it's the season essentially. I don't know where the not spending came from. He gave out $500 million this season, so I think the way Chaim Bloom will be gone is if he can't elevate this team to the next level, right? Because right now this season was never about winning the World Series. This season was never about giving up the world or winning the World Series, right? It was about bridging the gap between one generation to the next. And right now you've got the makings of a great new generation. It's how are you going to bring that team to a true competitive level? Because right now they're competitive, but they're not a competitor, right? So how does Bloom navigate that this offseason is going to be real telling. Is going to be real telling as to how Chaim Bloom stays with the organization. No, Cora didn't lie. He said after the game he was going to not start him because Adam Duvall is hot as hell. He flat out said that. Right, yeah. We're competitive now. We're not competitors, right? So how does Chaim Bloom take the pieces that he's been able to bring together and elevate that into a true competitor? And to me, that's sort of what I'm going to be looking for this offseason is moves to make this team a legitimate competitor. And I think that's all centered around the rotation. Yeah, I think, and being in Boston, right, fans have a very high standard for what this team should be. Because he spent 300 plus million on Devers. So, I think when we're looking at the season as a whole, regardless of what happens tonight, regardless of what happens the rest of the season, there were positives to take out of it. Wendell, they aren't the idea that they're drafting shortstops just to draft shortstops is oh, we're not in last place, Max, so that argument doesn't make sense. What was I saying? Oh, the developing shortstop stuff. To me, it's a little bit frustrating because, right, think about it this way, Wendell. Did you ever play baseball growing up? Even in little league, middle school, high school, whatever age you got to before, if you played college ball before you got to college, right? This is how it always went, right? You had certain athleticisms always played certain positions, right? You had your bigger kids either playing third base or first base. You had your fastest kid playing center field. You had your smallest kid playing second base. And the most athletic player on your team always played shortstop or center field, right? That's why when you go into the draft, you see a lot, and it's not just the Red Sox. It's not just the Red Sox, right? It's every team in Major League Baseball. That's why most of the top high school draft picks, if they aren't a very specific pitcher, they are a shortstop. And it's not because they are going to play shortstop for the entirety of their major league career. It's because they're the most athletic player in the draft, right? Some of the really great players started off as shortstops, or they started off in different positions, right? Kenley Jansen was drafted as a catcher, right? Jaron Duran was drafted as a second baseman. Say Don Rafaela was drafted as a shortstop. Mookie Betts was drafted as a middle infielder. Jacob deGrom was drafted as a shortstop, right? So It's not so much that they are drafting shortstops because they are just drafting shortstops. They're drafting shortstops because they're the most athletic players in the draft. And then once you get into the minor leagues, because they're shortstops, you now have the ability and the athleticism to move them off a shortstop and put them, say, I don't know, in center field or first base or third base, right? That's not entirely true, CW. You said that he doesn't spend money at all, and he did this offseason, so I'm not entirely sure what you mean there. Get someone from Sox Prospects on the show? Maybe I should, yeah. What's up, Brandon? Would I re-sign Sale? Unless you get Sale for like a, I don't know, 2-year, $5 million deal. Probably not. Oh, that was a nice piece. Sit. Of course. Of course. Yeah, I know Sale sells a year. I think he's talking about before. Yeah, he should be in debt to the Sox, right? Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Jonathan Diaz, isn't that a first baseman? No, I don't think they need him. If that's the catcher, then no, I think we're good too. It's someone on the Rockies. Rafi's due. Rafi's hurt, man. I think Sale retire after next year. That's an interesting take. I wouldn't be shocked if he did that. No, it was it Chas McCormick in center field? He's a lefty reliever, then maybe, I don't know. Yeah, no, it's I don't know, versatility. It is frustrating. Yeah, he did, Ethan. He essentially, after the game, he talked about how essentially his medical staff came to him and said, "Look, dude, you got Sale, you got Barclow, and you got Kenley or Martin. That's about it, right?" So that's kind of why he stuck with him. Yeah, it's a great point, Brandon. Yeah, look at that. Right, Mountcastle, Westberg, Mateo, Urias. I mean, the athleticism from shortstops, you can play all over the field. Yeah, great idea, Logan. If the Sox somehow make it to the playoffs, do you think we can actually make a run, or are we doomed? Oh, Rafi, please, dude. Rafi fully healthy, that ball is out of here. What am I going to be doing this offseason? We'll be making videos. Every other day. Yeah, Miguel Cabrera is the shorts. Yeah, I mean, you could name hundreds of guys, right? No, Rafi's playing through his wrist injury right now for sure. Yeah, 150 pounds make it true. I agree with that, Dennis. It's how long have I been at this? I started at the beginning of the 2022 season. So this is my second year. Yeah, Bear Claw was good. Any cool videos set up soon? I honestly don't have. I'm trying to get some stuff in the works, Logan. But to be totally honest with you, especially when it comes to like getting players on and getting stuff like that going, it's hard because once they hear the word YouTube, they sort of stop taking it seriously, which sucks. And they stop responding and stuff like that. So, did I ever play any baseball? Yeah, I played baseball through high school. That's all right, Prodigy. Don't worry about it. That's the plan, Jeremy. That'll be the plan. It was Chaz McCormick who caught the ball. That'll be the plan. But that's not going to happen until the offseason, right? Because here's the problem, right? Especially if most likely the Red Sox don't make the playoffs, right? No, Vaderman, it's not. I mean, he got hit in the hand with a pitch, right? You can't say Devers has an injury problem if he gets hit in the hand with a pitch, right? That's no. Here's the problem with that, Jeremy. To start that now, to start the offseason talk now, right? What are we going to talk about September, October, November, December, January, right? So I have a lot of different stuff planned for the offseason where we're going to have a whole video talking about once the season officially ends, we're going to be talking about what's the next steps for the Red Sox. We'll have a video grading the 2023 season. We'll have a full video talking about the status of Chaim Bloom's job, Alex Cora's job. We'll have a whole video about trades and potential free agents. We'll talk about needs. We'll talk about everything there over the first couple months of the offseason. And then in November, when it officially becomes the offseason, right, then we can start talking about trade proposals and stuff like that. So yeah, it's coming. You just got to be patient, right? Because I can't do I can't do all those videos now, or we're just gonna have nothing to talk about in November, December, right? Game's off to a bad start, not off to a good start. We'll say that. Yeah, it's gonna be at Springfield for a while, Shooter, because they sponsor the Red Sox. Maybe Jordan. I wouldn't be shocked if that's exactly what happened, to be honest with you. Yeah, I mean you're talking about an entirely different group there, CW. I wouldn't worry about that. Do I have a favorite Sox player currently on the team? Dude, honestly, Jarren Duran's up there, man. Jarren Duran or Tristan Casas. I love those two guys. Bayo's awesome. I mean, there are a lot of good players right now in the Red Sox to root for. Yeah, no problem, Baderman. I understand the question, yeah, because last year he pulled the hamstring and stuff. Yeah. I mean, again, I don't think they should fire Alex Cora now. That's not true, Lynn. Um, Teal is going to work with Veritek. That was one of the big reasons he was excited to come to the Red Sox. So he will. It's possible, Ramon. I don't think it's super likely. I think they would have to really fall apart. Hey Corbin, do you think Wong is our catcher for the next few years until if Teal is ready? Yeah, I would say yes. Call up Teal now? No, I wouldn't do. You don't do that yet. I would get him in Double A and then see how he does there. I don't think so yet, Gritty. I would say they're gonna give him. He's gonna give him one more year, and then because they'll both be free agents technically, right? Heim and Alex Cora at the end of 2024. So I think that's the end of 2024 will be when we sort of see Alex Cora's real thoughts, right? Roman Anthony, yeah, Roman Anthony's been great. He'd probably be up, 2026, I would guess. Teal won't be till like 2025. Normally, I would say yes. Normally, I would say yes, versatility, but if he does well in Double A, and the Red Sox have been super aggressive with their promotions this year, I think it'll be tough. I think it's not sort of out of the realm of possibility to see Teal towards the end of 2024. Again, depending on how he does, right? But yeah, they've been super aggressive with their promotions this year, and they plan on staying aggressive. Yeah, Otani's asking price definitely went down. So if next year also goes badly, we can just amicably split with both of them. Yeah, I think that's more. Hamilton is at second. Yeah, everyone say hi to my dad. Yeah, I think it's possible, Ramon. I don't think it's likely that both of them are gone after 2024. I think we do see one of them possibly gone after 2024, though. Yeah, he does have to. You're right, versatility. He definitely does. But again, they've been extremely aggressive with their promotions, and that's why I think we see him a little bit, handling some stuff in spring training. We'll see him in a couple of games in spring training. And then I think we see him, especially if he gets up to, in September, they usually get aggressive, right? So I could see him maybe hitting high A. Is he in high A or low A right now? I could see him hitting, I think he's in low A, right? I could see him hitting high A in September and then possibly getting promoted fairly early into Double A next year. And then maybe we see, and then he'll spend some time in Double A, like we seen with Marcelo Meyer. Double A is a huge. That was also a great inning from Bea, by the way. Double A is such a big time jump between any of the, like, going from high A to Double A is such a big jump from any other jump you make in the minor leagues. So you're gonna see him a lot in Double A, right? On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you say the Red Sox are doing this year? For me, George or Isaiah, either one. I'll say Isaiah. it's a little bit skewed because it depends on your perspective of the season, right? If you're talking about 10 being a World Series and 1 being the Oakland Athletics, they're probably about a 5 or a 6 right now, right? If you're talking about perspective and what the expectations of the season were going into the season, where 10 was being, okay, they hit the above on what they were projected to hit the above on, which was above 72 wins, then yeah, you're at a 10, right? You did what you were expected to do, and more so in this season. It just depends. Jeremy, I would say Don Rafael is going to stay up for a while. I don't think that the Red Sox would call up their number 3 prospect, the guy who could be a legitimate impact player on the Red Sox, for just 2 days. I think they kind of knew that. I think they knew more so than anything that Jarren Duran was going to be having that season-ending surgery, and so they called up Rafaela because it's going to allow him to have some time. Are you just putting in song lyrics, Mike? I agree, Michael. Yeah, he's a very strong player. Are they trying to... I think the reason they went with Hamilton over Cedon is that, yes, Cedon can play the middle infield, and he can play second base, and he can play shortstop. But when you have a prospect like that, you want him to get used to Major League Baseball, and you want him to get him used to playing in the major leagues. You don't want him moving around a ton when he's first up here. So I think the idea is that they're going to try and stay with him in the outfield, at least for the first stint through Major League Baseball. And then, pretty impressive, Mike. And then sort of move him into more of a versatile role as he gets more used to Major League hitting. So I think for now, you're gonna see him a lot only in center field, maybe in left or right too. But I don't think we see Cedon a lot in the middle infields because of that. I also think too, part of it is that Hamilton's only going to be up here until probably Wilyer Abreu comes back. So that's what my thought process is a little bit on why Cedon's not starting and David Hamilton is. Yeah, it sucks, Rice. It really does. We need pitching badly. Yeah, I would claim Giolito. I don't know if we need Bader. I think someone else will pick Bader up. But I would love getting Giolito in here just simply for innings, simply for starts, right? I agree wholeheartedly, Joey. And, you know, I wish there was a way that we could support him, but it's one of those things where it's just, you know, I hope Renfroe doesn't come back. Put me in, coach, in it. I'm ready to play today. Are the Jays done? I don't think the Jays are done. I think they still have a chance more than anyone left below the wild card to get back in. Yeah, the Angels, that was such a disaster. Yeah, I saw Bo went down again today. I don't know, man. It's interesting because it feels like Seattle's going to win it all. I'd be interested about that. Appreciate you being here, Dallas. Thank you. What's up, Nick? It's been all right. Where do you think Ohtani goes? I think he goes to the Dodgers, Giants. I think he goes to the Dodgers, the Giants. I will, Kevin. Don't worry. There will be plenty of Red Sox content this offseason. Take a flyer on Carlos Carrasco? Honestly, maybe. Right? Just give me an arm. Just give me an arm. Even if you go for a 6-man rotation the rest of the way, give me an arm. 2-year contract for Duvall as he hits a single into left field. I'm in on re-signing Duvall. I think he's a great personality. I think he's a great piece to the Red Sox organization. Oh, true. Facts. We did get Joe Jakes. I would agree with that versatility, but also the Giants have been competitive, right? They've been competitive this year. I don't know. Don't they have a wild card spot, or they're close to a wild card spot? If I remember correctly, right? It's not like the Giants have been tanking, and they have a decent young core. Yeah, sorry to hear that, QB. Got your Rays on? What's up, Bri? Yeah, I'm sure you do, King. Let me see where the Giants are in terms of the standings here. Why is it only showing me the AL? Where the hell is the... Oh, there it is. Yeah, the Giants are a half game out of a wild card spot, so... Who's my second favorite team? My second favorite team is the Minnesota Twins, because when I was younger, I had a lot of family in Minnesota. So I just I saw a lot of Twins games. Yeah, the Giants honestly make the most sense. Hold on, Chad, I gotta sneeze. Sorry about that, chat. The Worcester Dirty Worms. I love that they call themselves the Dirty Worms every once in a while. Okay, Hulk. If that's what you think, man, I'm not going to try and convince you otherwise. Do they carry 5 outfielders next season? I mean, they already have. You're going to have 4 regardless, right? You're going to have Ref Snyder. You're going to have Cedon. You're going to have Jaron Duran. You're going to have Massa. I don't know. You're going to resurrect all those guys, Lynn? Kenley was working at the All-Star game. Astros are watching a video in the dugout. Yeah, I mean, they can do that, right? As long as it's on the iPad and stuff. Signing a second baseman, possibly, right? I think Urias could be an interesting piece. I don't think Cora's gone after the season, no. But if they want, maybe a higher performing second baseman, I could see it. I want him bad, Bri. I want him bad. I want Yamamoto bad. The Stros are watching the stream. Yeah, they're getting all their inside information right now. They're getting all their inside information right now. They're watching the stream. They're like, man, this dude knows everything about the Red Sox. Now, you're a little bit behind, Kevin, if you're trying to get that before. How much will it cost us? I would say like $170 million. Yeah, Yamamoto needs to be a Boston Red Sox. I think he needs to be here. Rowdy Tellez, I'm good with Tellez. I'm all set with Tellez. He literally only hits against the Red Sox. Is he worth 170? If he pitches the way he's pitching in Japan, he's worth more than that. Yeah, LFR or LRF. Yeah, he made a great adjustment. Made a great adjustment. I don't think anyone's whining about the Astros, Texas. Yankees probably will be... There are going to be a lot of teams in on Yamamoto. The Red Sox are going to have to... yeah, that's probably what he's worth, versatility. But, I mean, last time he pitched, there were 13 MLB scouts there. That's ridiculous. Lorenzen could... Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of great pitching options. But you really need frontline starting pitchers, right? Getting a bunch of 3 or 4s isn't going to be sustainable, in my opinion, because you already have a bunch of 3 or 4s. You need a lot of, not a lot. You need 1 or 2 frontline guys. They are buddies, actually, Joey, I think. Roki Sasaki will be as desired as Yamamoto is. Yeah, I think he could be even more desirable depending on how his career goes. Because he's still got, probably 3 more years left before he 3-0 pit 3-0 swing from Story there. Don't love that. Am I doing a play-by-play? No. Now, there are too many questions in the chat to do a play-by-play. Yeah, so 2027 with Yamamoto. So we'll have to see how he develops over the next 3 or 4 years. We'll keep Houck or Whitlock. I don't think it'll be both. I agree with that versatility. If he keeps on the path he's on, yeah, I think he'll easily be the highest paid MPB player. Pretty easily, too, I think. I think he'll be like 250, 300. He's insane. Duvall off the monster. Well, he got a while to go. He's on second base right now. Durant is out for the season. Yeah, we're going to be making a video tomorrow covering all of it. Talking about the injury, what the timetable looks like, what the surgery looks like, and everything. We'll be talking about all of it tomorrow. Yeah, it does depend on when he comes over for sure. It's going to be, it'll be interesting. Yeah, the Sasaki stuff will be interesting. Red Sea collection for the Jimmy Fund. I want to do that next year. I got to get in touch with, maybe Carabas knows how I get in touch with someone at the Jimmy Fund to set that up next year. Yeah, I'm watching on Nesson. Because I would love to do, like, if we did, during this Jimmy Fund radio telethon, if we did our own telethon here on Red Seat Radio and donate the proceeds, I think that'd be a really great event, but I was just too late in contacting them this year. I wasn't big enough when, because you got to reach out a while in advance. It was the Atlanta Braves series, Isaiah. But yeah, I'd love to get a Jimmy Fund something going on here, because I think it's a obviously fantastic cause, but I just think it'd be really awesome to get this community together and really see what we could do. $9.99 super chat from Kevin. Wait, we got are these hidden right now? Stream alerts are hidden. Thank you so much, Kevin. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Good some claps to the chat for Kevin for the $10 super chat. I appreciate you, Kevin. Thank you, my friend. Who is my favorite MLB player current day that isn't on the Red Sox? I think it's a little bit of a cop-out to say Mookie Betts. So I'm going to say Bobby Witt Jr., man. I love watching Bobby Witt Jr. I might say Bobby Witt Jr. Appreciate you, Brian. Thank you so much. Thank you. No, we're not cheering the Reese McGuire strikeout. That was ridiculous. This feels like it's going to be a really long game for us, chat. Yeah, I have. Johnny, I have asked a bunch of people, actually, and I haven't gotten any responses. Is it top of the fourth or top of the third? Top of third. Right? I think it's top of the third. Yeah, Luis. Is it Luis or Lewis? I always mess that up. Third? Okay, cool. Yeah, that's essentially what Alex Cora said after the game was, look, like, would I have loved to put someone else in there? Absolutely. But I was essentially told by medical that you've got Sale, Bearclaw, and Kenley that you can use, right? And Kenley was sort of Kenley was sort of like if you really need him, put him in, right? So, yeah, I agree with that, Luis. I hope it's Luis and not Louis. That'd be a lot of fun, Bri. I don't even know what I would do. Like, I don't even know how would I interact in the booth with Dave O'Brien and Kevin Youkilis? I would be pretty starstruck with Kevin Youkilis, because that was like my hero when I was a kid. I loved Kevin Youkilis. Who have I reached out in the minors? Lou? Okay. I've reached out to, I did Kyle Teal. I did essentially every single draft pick that the Red Sox got in 2023. I reached out to all of them. It was like first round through like the 16th round I reached out to. Nothing. I've reached out to a couple of different pitchers. I reached out to a couple of different hitters. Just nothing back. We'll get there. It's all good, Doogie. Yeah, I mean, it was just a brutal situation, I think, last night, Lou. How do you think I'd be around Kevin Millar? I'd be all right. I'd be all right with Kevin. Question is, do you call Dave O'Brien Mr. O'Brien? Right. Yeah, Logan, that seems like wildly ridiculous. I'm not going to do that. No, what happened to Acuna? Oh, the running on the field? Yeah, that's ridiculous. Bayo just needs to stay settled in here. Ohtani just got hurt, man. I would hate to see Ohtani end up with just ruining his free agent chances. He was having a historic season, so he already did hurt a lot of his chances. I'll try it, Johnny. I'll give it a shot. I'm going to try and get some over the offseason. Nice catch, Hamilton. You want Ohtani? I would love Ohtani. But yeah, it'll be this offseason is going to be really interesting. Last offseason was super interesting, but I think we kind of knew what the direction the team was going to be. That's a good point, Prodigy. This offseason, I mean, you pick a direction, you run with it, right? I don't know. Assistant GM next year, I would not want to be assistant GM. Never in a million years. We'll see, Texas. I don't know. They got to beat the Rangers. You got to beat Seattle. You got to beat the Orioles. We'll see. Yeah, if Rafael Devers was a free agent at the end of this season, oh my God, this would be. I wouldn't be able to. I would be. If Rafael Devers was a free agent at the end of this, I don't know, man. I really don't. I would have to quit YouTube, I think, because I couldn't handle just the hatred coming out of Red Sox fans. Because a lot of, no offense, a lot. I don't think it's a lot of you guys, but there are a lot of people on this channel who take their frustrations out on the Red Sox with me. That's really what I've been dealing with today. I do know what Felger and Maz is. I don't really have that much of an opinion on him, honestly, Nick. They're just, they're very negative because they know it gets clicks, they know it gets views. So appreciate it, Isaiah. Don't worry, we'll keep doing series recaps. I don't know, Prodigy. I don't know what the Yankees do this offseason. Do I think the Sox have a chance to get in the wild card realistically? I think their chances of getting to the wild card at this point are about 15%. Not 0, and that's why I'm still rooting for them. And I will root for them until that is 0, right, obviously. And then I'll keep watching outside of that, but man, it kind of looked like he beat that out for a second, Chad. No, Christian. I don't think they will, and I don't think they should, to be honest with you. Yeah, they essentially, you're right, versatility. They need to win the next 6 games, including tonight, basically, to have a legitimate shot. If they win 6 games in a row right now, and then they don't lose a series for the rest of the year, they make the postseason. Outside of that, which isn't, again, it isn't impossible. It's not great. It isn't impossible, though. I wonder if they'll put in Cedon at some point this game. But Adam Duvall is just on freaking fire right now. It'd be hard to not. I neither take my frustrations out on you or the Sox. I appreciate it. We'll probably see Cedon at some point. But again, dude, Adam Duvall is on fire right now. It's ridiculous. That I'm way higher on than their MLB pipeline grade. Let me take a look at what the MLB pipeline's looking like right now. I will tell you in a second once this loads. Oops. Red Sox. Let me see here. Yoelan Cespedes at 13. I think Yoelan could be I think Yoelan next year could crack top 100. He's a very, very exciting player. I would say him. I love Wilyer Abreu. I think what he's shown at the major league level so far is a great eye with a really strong bat. That could be an interesting player. Please sneak through. I had a baby Doogie. I think everyone else is kind of properly rated here, to be honest with you. Miguel Blaze, I think, will shoot back up once he gets healthy. Mikey Romero at 7. I would honestly, right now, I'd put him lower. He's a great talent. He just can't stay on the field. It sucks. Nazan is a really interesting guy. I think that's a guy to keep an eye on. Let me see. Luis Paredes, I think, should be maybe not top 100 in the league, but I think he should be top. I think you should switch Mikey Romero, who's at 7 right now, with Luis Paredes, who's at 10. Where did Abreu come from? He was in the I appreciate you watching, Tyler. Thank you. Yeah, he was in the Vasquez trade. Thank you. Sorry, I got distracted. Update on Noah Song. He's pitching again. Not Trevor Bauer. Yamamoto, 1,000%. No, Verdugo's a free agent after 2024. I do, Rusties. I do. Just because I want to keep it alive. Thoughts on Paul Skeens? I think he'll be incredible. Wish Heimblum built around Mookie? I think a lot of people do. There's no way that got through. Rafael at second base? No, David Hamilton's at second base. What's up, Pac-Man? Thanks for joining us. Rafael will probably be in the starting lineup tomorrow, I bet. We don't need the Japanese outfielder. The Yamamoto is the guy I want the Red Sox targeting this season. I always feel bad when rookies get their first hit pinch hitting or after pinch running. I don't know why. No, I mean, I don't think they really care. Devers did need that. Hopefully, Devers have been hitting really well in August. I'll give him that. Yeah, I couldn't imagine being around an 86, Kenneth. That would drive me nuts. Murakami? I don't think the Red Sox get Murakami. Turner has an option. He's not an unrestricted free agent. He has an option. Yamamoto for sure being posted. It's like, I would say it's like a 96, 97% chance he's getting posted. Yeah. Give Rafi the starting job at shortstop. 2003 was as bad as 1986. Yeah, I could see that. I wasn't old enough to really remember 2003. Yeah, I just can't imagine 86, man. And what's weird to me is that a lot of the disdain for what the Red Sox are doing now is coming from older generations, which is interesting. I think he'll opt out, Tyler, but I really hope the Red Sox try and work something out with him before he gets the opportunity to do so. I don't think so, Prodigy, no. Yeah, that's crazy, Dennis, man. This is what I'm saying. Like, I don't know how. Oh, that's a gift. That was a gift. All right. We got life, chat. We got life. I don't think they'll get rid of him this year. But to be honest with you, Christian, a lot of fans are wanting Chaim Bloom gone. But listen, the grass isn't always greener, right? The grass is not always greener. And I think if they were going to fire Chaim Bloom, someone who's coming in is going to have a very similar mindset. Justin Turner, man, even when he gets out, he gets to run across. I'm going to tweet that out right now. $25 years, yeah, man. I've been a Red Sox fan since I was 5, right? Essentially, but I got like half the time of what you guys do. I agree with that, Christian. I agree 100% with that. I like what Chaim Bloom has done, but it is frustrating. It's wildly frustrating, right? There are a lot of good starters, yeah, Tyler. A lot of good starters. Yeah, I probably could have called the Masataka Yoshida double play. But yeah, I think for this being a rebuild, a true rebuild, right? Like, no one admitted it in the front office. No one wanted to say it in the front office. This was after you trade Mookie Betts, you rebuild, right? You fully rebuild. And I think for rebuilding over the course of the last 4 years, you've been able to be competitive this year. You were able to make an ALCS in 2021. And at the same time, you've been able to grow up this core of great young true talents. And so I think when you look at it that way, I don't think Chaim Bloom's time has been a failure, but obviously any rebuild is going to be wildly frustrating, right? Any sort of rebuild is going to be wildly frustrating. I would say overall, Tyler, it's going to be. It's going to be a successful contract. I would say even this year, it's worth the money that you paid him. Right? I think this year's worth the money you paid him. I think he's getting used to Major League hitting and being a major leaguer and being in the United States and being in a country that he's never been in before and customs he's not used to, right? And he's still, of all of the rookies, a top 3 rookie in Major League Baseball. So yeah, I think going forward, you're going to see a more accustomed Masataka Yoshida. You're going to see a guy who's more used to being a major leaguer. You're going to see all this stuff, and he's just going to get better. I feel you could have traded a bit more, for example, last year. That would have fastened the rebuild. It probably would have helped. The problem with that, Jeff, is at the same time, too, it's a really hard position that Chaim Bloom has been put in, right? Because I understand, Chaim Bloom's not a perfect person, and I've had my gripes with him. There are plenty of people on this live stream that hate him, right? But when you think about it, right, it's when you're rebuilding a team. When we rebuild a team, why do we call up young players and barely play them? Like who? When you're rebuilding a team, there's a difference between rebuilding the Kansas City Royals. How did that stay fair? I was just talking through that because I figured that was a foul ball. How did that stay fair? Anyways, there's a difference between rebuilding a team like the Kansas City Royals or the Detroit Tigers and the Boston Red Sox, because the Boston Red Sox, you constantly, even in rebuild years, you are constantly under pressure to stay competitive, right? You are constantly under pressure to stay competitive. So the position that Chaim Bloom's in is that, okay, we want you to rebuild this entire franchise from the ground up. We want you to be able to cultivate a mass of young talent, connect our pipeline. Good luck, Nick. I hope it goes well for you. Connect our pipeline to the major leagues so we have a constant flow of young talent and then utilize that young talent to build around it. Now, the question is, right, can he do that now that he's sort of connected the pipeline a little bit? But until then, you had the impossible task of being both a rebuilding team and a competitive team, and you're gonna, one way or the other, you're gonna piss someone off, right? If you go into full rebuild mode, half the fan base says this is Boston, you should never be doing that. If you don't go into full rebuild mode, then you're stuck in purgatory mediocrity forever. Right? So it was an impossible task he was asked to do. Now, again, I'm not saying he's perfect. I'm not saying he's done a good job. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying the actual task itself was really, really difficult to do. And personally, I think he's done a fairly decent job of doing it, but I think there have been a lot of mistakes along the way, right? And one of those was the 2022 deadline last year. Least favorite player on the Red Sox, Caleb Ort. I don't really like Josh Winkowski either, to be honest with you. Look how long it took the Orioles to rebuild. Right, that's a prime example of a team that went full rebuild, right, as opposed to competitive with some rebuilding. But Jose, it's hard. It's almost impossible to do both. It's almost impossible to spend a lot of money and still rebuild, right? And the reason I say that is because the idea behind growing and building young talent is you have to get rid of some of the veteran talent that you already have on your team. So if you are constantly refilling that veteran talent with more veteran talent and you're paying, so there's a difference between spending money just to spend money, Jose, and rebuilding just to rebuild, right? It's Connor Wong, AR. Right? Do you understand what I'm saying there, right? Like, Jose, giving $300 million to Devers as opposed to giving 300, whatever Xander Bogaerts got over 11 years, in terms of rebuilding, makes a lot more sense, because what you're doing is you're building around a guy who's 26 years old, who when he's done with his contract will be in his mid-30s, as opposed to Xander, who I loved and would have loved to have stayed on this team, who got 11 years, who at the end of his contract is going to be in his early 40s, right? There's going to be a big difference between those two players. Now, in terms of spending overall, right, when you take a look at the free agent classes and you take a look at all these, it's hard for teams to justify spending big money when you're in the middle of a rebuild. It doesn't matter if you're the Red Sox, it doesn't matter if you're the Oakland A's. Only been a Red Sox fan since 2019. Can't believe what I've been missing all these years. Well, hopefully you're a Red Sox fan for life. Yeah, I agree with that versatility. But again, that's the task he was given, right? He was given the task of putting together teams like 2021 and still trying to get to a place where in 2024, you've got a starting lineup where... Please turn this. Nice, let's go. Where in 2024, you've got a lineup that consists of guys like Duran, guys like Story, who's going to be locked in for a while, guys like Devers, who's locked in for a decade, Casas, Ceddanne Rafaela, Massa, who's locked in for a while. You've got behind the dish, you've got Connor Wong, you've got all these people, right? So yeah, that's sort of where I'm at, right? And on top of that too, when you're talking about spending and rebuilding at the same time, you don't want to spend and then rebuild. You want to rebuild and then spend, right? It wouldn't make sense to get, say, and it's a bad example because every shortstop aside from Trey Turner, who signed this offseason, hasn't really had a fantastic year all around. But say you went out and you signed Carlos Correa to a mega deal, right? it's hard to build around those guys because you have to build around that contract too. You don't have a lot of flexibility money-wise. So say Marcelo Meyer comes up and he's a fantastic prospect and he's killing it at the major league level. What do you do with him? Because in 5 years, or even in 2025, if Marcelo Meyer's ready to go, where do you put him, right? Because you already stuck all of your bets on a guy that you're paying $30 million to. You don't have any flexibility with that spot. It's locked in, right? Say they signed Mookie, could they have afforded to give Xander or Rafi big contracts? It would have depended if they re-signed Evaldi. If they gave Sale that contract, no, right? If Price had opted out at the end of 2018, there's a different story, right? It's hard to talk about, Joe, because then you're trying to rewrite history too, right? What's up, Monk? Any strong pitchers coming up? Yeah, we got Drohan, Gonzalez, Pareles, Yordani. Yeah, there's a few. Not much of a hitter. I think he's got a higher ceiling as a hitter overall, and I think overall he's a better catcher. Trey Turner's turned his season around a lot, to be honest with you. Name 3 Red Sox players that I would want to have on a dinner date. Casas, Story, Devers. I would throw Sale in there too, actually. 4. Versatility. I think what's happening is you're realizing that, hey, okay, it's a lot to invest in a pitcher in the first round. Let's see if we can get any pitchers in the later rounds and move on from that, and sort of grow it that way. But yeah, I think their idea is we're gonna pay for proven pitching talent as opposed to trying to develop first round starting pitchers. I think that's sort of the idea, right? Because shooter's right. It's such a crapshoot trying to, especially giving money to first round, unless they're like a sure thing. But even sure things, right? Look at Steven Strasburg. At least around the Angels or the Yankees, yeah. I mean, there's a very clear difference as to where the Red Sox are now and what their future looks like. And where the Angels, where the Yankees, where the Mets, where the Padres are in terms of their future, right? Yeah, that's another great example, Christian, for sure. I think they make room for Anthony Pac-Man. I think it depends on what their second base situation looks like with York. And then Blaze, I would guess traded, man. Because I mean, you're real blocked if you're Blaze Jordan. Real blocked. Right? Rafi for 10 years. No, Anthony's a lefty. Rafi for 10 years, and you got Casas at first base, who's got the ability to be a number one in a lineup. You know what I mean? Trade York too. It's possible. Yeah, I think we'll see a lot of these middle infield prospects get traded within the next year or two. Hopefully we see a decent trade this offseason. I think they have the capital now to do it. And it should be for a young, controllable starting pitcher. Maybe you talk back with Miami. I think you talk back with Miami. I think you can talk back with Pittsburgh, Chicago, maybe even the Reds a little bit. Julio Rodriguez would play for the Red Sox, like 0.00001%. Do I think Marcelo Meyer has the potential to be the superstar? I think putting the label of superstar on Marcelo Meyer right now is a bad idea. I think he has the tools to be a very effective player. Very, very effective player. I think he has the potential right now to be an all-star. But I'm not gonna put superstar on him right now, Jeff. How likely? Oh, we already talked about that. What do I think of Luis Urias? I actually like Urias, man. Not entirely true, Lou. Not entirely true. We're definitely not one-dimensional. I like Urias, to be honest with you. I think he gives you good defense. He gives you power potential, right? He doesn't need to be a high-average guy because you have a ton of high-average guys. I like him, man. Can you share 5 prospects that I'm excited about off the top of my head? Kyle Teal. Obviously Marcelo. Nazan, I think, could be really special. Roman Anthony, of course. I'll say Luis Paredes, too. Mayer's health. He should be good to go. Man, Story. He should be good to go soon here. Yeah, he definitely is, Lou. Miguel Blaze is still our highest upside prospect. Yeah, for sure. Hopefully he gets healthy, man. Does Story go back to second base when Meyer comes up? I think eventually yes, but I don't think they do it immediately. I don't think it would be fair to Story to be like, hey, man, this prospect's pretty good. We're just going to move you over. Oh, by the way, Chad, we have all new merch items in our Red Seats merch store. We got joggers, we got sweatshirts, we got shirts, we got hoodies, we got beanies, we got all new hats, we got all new mugs. Check it out. That link's right there. No, I understand what you're saying there, Shooter, and I think that's the way to do it, but I'm saying, like, immediately, right? It would be stupid to take Story off a shortstop for a guy who's never played Major League shortstop in his life, right? Kind of like they did with Xander, right? They had him come up, they played him at third, they played him a little bit at second, and then they moved him over to shortstop when he proved that he could be a Major League player, and I think that's kind of what we see. Since 2018, it's very easily 2021, Tyler. Yeah, I think so next year, Jeff. I think so. I don't know about easy. Again, I think, yeah, I don't know. We'll see, right? I don't think they'll shop sale because you get nothing for him. You'd have to eat most of his contract to get anything for him. And at that point, if you're going to pay him to pitch for someone else with the ceiling Chris Sale has still, I think it's just worth it to keep him. He only has 1 year left, too. Is Cedon our starting center fielder in 2025? I have no idea, man. No clue. I don't know what he's going to look like. AJ, it's just kind of like, for me, when we're talking about trading York or Blaze or York, yeah. Like, what would you rather have, right? If it's going to get you young, controllable starting pitcher that you can slot in as your number 3 starting pitcher for the next 4 years, or a possible DH and a possible platoon guy at second base, right? But they're not acting like a small market, Nick. A lot of people did Hulk. I got flamed for saying Costas will be Rookie of the Year, and now he's second in Rookie of the Year voting. I hope so, Isaiah. I don't know. Yeah, shoot. I think this offseason we'll see them thin out a little bit, especially with the if Nazan does well. Um, if Nazan does well, what's up, AD? If you see some of these guys coming in from the draft sort of be able to take their place in terms of standings, I think we'll see a couple of those guys traded. And David Hamilton looks like he's going to throw his back out every time he throws. I don't think Ohtani gets $500 million now, and he definitely does need Tommy John surgery. It's not an if, it's a when. So he'll still be able to. I mean, you're still going to. Yeah, it'll be time off. Yeah, I did. I'm hoping the Red Sox pick someone up on waivers. I've got notifications on, so we'll wait and see. I hope so. Man, Bayo gets a ton of hard contact, but it's just he's such a masterful pitcher. I can't wait to watch him develop, man. Yeah, King. I would be shocked if you ended up with any chance on Giolito Boston. I would say a fair chance. I hope they at least put it in there. Yeah. I still think you need a starter in there, AR, because a couple of those guys you mentioned, Paredes, Monegro, is years off, right? I think he'll still pitch, Pac-Man. I think he wants to be the greatest player ever. I think he'll still pitch. We're going to have to take a chance today, 70. It's not going to be if we win today or tomorrow. It's going to have to be we need to win or we need to get him now. I agree with that, King. But the Red Sox are in a position where they really only have to compete with Cincinnati, San Francisco, and Arizona. And I think they could do that. Because I don't think Cincinnati will take them on. Arizona doesn't really need pitching. And the Giants would be the only one I'd be worried about, I think. Dude. Oh, man. No, the Red Sox didn't waive anyone. Devers. He needs a couple of days off from the field, man. No, it's just everyone essentially puts in the bid basically to pick up their rest of their contract, and then it goes to the team with the worst record. So it'll start with the A's, then the Royals, then the White Sox, then the Mets, right? And it'll go down until it gets to us, basically. And if none of those teams pick it, boom. Then you can pick them up. I hope the Red Sox make the playoffs. Yeah, I'm still going to root for them to make the playoffs until they're statistically eliminated. But if they lose tonight, chat, the video on Thursday will be the Red Sox season is over. Time of death. That's what it's going to be essentially. JT does have a better glove, but I think I'm not trouting out 38-year-old Justin Turner every day. I'm just not doing it. Biggest threat to Yamamoto, I would say the Yankees are going to want to make a splash. I would say there has to be something, right? I think the Cubs are going to want to make a big move. The Giants, Blue Jays. There's a lot. He has fallen apart, and I think a lot of it's just mental, man. Yeah, he doesn't get it. I wouldn't hate, but the problem is too is with you can't throw Justin Turner at third base right now because um because he's injured, right? He's playing through that heel injury. That was a great play by Reese. I'm surprised it wasn't called interference or anything. She's kind of shocked actually. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that wasn't interference to be honest with you. Maybe because it was involuntary. I don't know. I'm doing a full eulogy. Yes, I saw that, Nick. Yeah, I think he does all right. Public speaking. Yeah, I don't know. That should have been, in my opinion, that should be catcher's interference. I don't know. I need Bayo to get out of this right now, please. I wouldn't say Whitlock was a disappointment. I think it just sucks that he was injured. Nah, Devers, I think, has only played third base. He may have played shortstop when we signed him, but I think it was third base. He said, I mean, Cora says the same things because it's the same issues. Best game of the year. Wendell, dude, you already said this, and I already explained to you why they take shortstops. I don't know, man. The favorite game this year. I think the Alex Verdugo walk-off against the Toronto Blue Jays when they were en route to that 4-game sweep, that might have been my favorite. You can't trade JT. Can't trade JT. Yeah, I saw that AR. I don't know, maybe. The Duvall game, yeah, that was a good one. Joe Jakes is warming? Of course he is. Nice, Doogie. I think I've gone through the stages of grief with this Red Sox team chat, and I finally entered acceptance. Yeah, that Astros game was a great one. That's a good point. The Adam Duvall game against the Astros, that was a good one. I wouldn't say that yet, Pac-Man. Nice pitch, Bayo. Come on, baby. Give me a ground ball. Give the Red Seat Nation a ground ball, please. I've been to a pretty decent amount, Nick. I've been to, I think about 10. Thank God Hamilton picked that. Oh, my Lord. I would have been so mad. He got injured, Tyler, a while ago and just hasn't been able to make his way back. Wow, Pac-Man. Hopefully you get there, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm glad he's back, too. You know acceptance all too well. You're a Dodgers fan. What are you talking about? Oh. Any new cards lately? I'm working on trying to get a Brian Bayo autograph card. I just got a Jaron Duran super short print. Texas, what are you talking about? Yeah, true. Future Hall of Famer Kluber. Maybe he goes in as a Red Sox. Every game is a good game, especially when your team wins. True. Connor Wong auto, that's awesome. What's up, Juan? Yeah, thank God it isn't. Should have been a K. Should have been a K. I think they could double up. Story's arm, I think they could double up Altuve. Oh, please, Bayo, dude. Yeah. Yep. I'm doing these all next season. I'll be doing them during the off season as well. Yeah, I guess that's a good point, King. It'll probably be tomorrow, I would guess, James. Veritech won't take over for Cora. What made me decide to do streams? I think it's because at one point while we were, oh Christ, oh my God. Hamilton, dude, what are we doing? I knew David Hamilton's arm, dude. It's just not. It's David Hamilton's not a major leaguer. Like, here's the problem I have with this, right? Is you want your pitchers to get into the fifth, sixth inning. Yeah, Costas probably should have scooped that, but I mean, come on, you had time. You could have thrown that a little bit better. Yeah, Dubon probably should have scored there. Appreciate that, Ty. Thank you so much for watching, man. Yeah, going back to the live streams, I think when we hit around, what would you say, Chad? I don't know, 800, 900 subscribers. What I was noticing is during games, a lot of people were commenting their thoughts on the game. So this is what happens. This is what happens when you give them extra innings. This is what happens. And now you have to take him out with 2 outs. This is ridiculous. Like, Bayo shouldn't be coming out of this game. But anyways, Chad, yeah, the reason I started live streaming is because I noticed once we got to, like, I don't know, Chad, when did you say we started this? Like around 800, 900 subscribers, maybe even 1,000. I realized that a lot of people were commenting on videos during games to talk about their thoughts. And I was like, well, why don't we just do this live? Yeah, 2 errors is brutal. No, no. Barraclough got DFA'd yesterday or optioned. I don't know which. It's not going to happen, Logan. Sorry you feel that way, man, but that's not going to happen. Wish I would talk about the game more. I mean, I'm literally talking about the game right now. It's not throwing in the towel. Relax. I think 4 or 5. I honestly can't tell, Tyler or Tanner. I can't tell if they talked or not. Preach, shooter. How often do I go to Duncan? Never. My opinion on Cora, I love Alex Cora. I think he's a great manager. You'd leave Bayo in. The problem is Jordan is 2 for 2 with you, 2 for 2 off you right now with a home run and a double. Right? You have 80 pitches. You can't. Your last 3 at bats have been full counts. It's time for Tech. Guys, I hate the outcry for Jason Varitek to take over as manager, especially in a time like this. It's only the 5th inning. I understand that, but there's nothing you can do, dude. He's at 82 pitches. He would have hit 100 in the 6th. On top of that, too, again, Jordan has a home run and a double this game. He's hitting 667 off of him throughout his entire career, not including tonight. Maybe, Nick. Yeah, we've had I mean, yeah, the rotational injuries this year, Tanner, really sunk the team, to be honest with you. Please. Thank you. Oh, wow. Look at that, chat. It's almost like the manager of the team has more information on the players that they're playing against and the players in his bullpen than we in this chat do, right? It's almost like that. I understand the reasoning for saying Varitek, right? I understand the reasoning for saying Varitek and wanting Varitek. But the problem I have with Varitek is a legend with the Red Sox, right? He is one of the greatest Red Sox fandom players of all time, right? He is respected, regarded. I would even say most people would have him in terms of players they've watched throughout their careers as a top 10 player in the Red Sox organization, right? Look at what happened to Aaron Boone. Right? Aaron Boone is hated in New York when he was a historic, talked about player. To bring a guy in like Varitek, especially in a situation we're talking about today, right? Where you go and you fire Alex Cora and you bring in Jason Varitek, the expectation will be, okay, Varitek's going to turn this season around. What happens the first season Jason Varitek doesn't do well? Really? Do well. Right? He's going to have the exact same thing happen to him, and why would you want that for Alex Cora? Or I'm sorry, why would you want that for Jason Varitek? Why? They're a lot of fun. I'm glad you like them, Isaiah. No, I understand Boone really only had one big moment, but it was a huge moment. It was a moment that Yankee fans talked about for years, right? Now he's just a laughingstock. Now he's the idiot who ruined the franchise, right? Like, there's more than just, okay, he was a good player, he's going to be a good manager. Don Mattingly, terrible manager. Barry Bonds, terrible coach. I get Tech is bright. I understand the reasoning for wanting Jason Varitek, but there's just to have his name soiled within Red Sox Nation. You too, Nick. Poppy's manager would be hilarious, yeah. It's possible, Christian. It's possible. I totally agree, Jeremy. Yeah, I agree, Juan. Barry Bonds was a hitting coach for the Miami Marlins at one point. It's King. It's weird. It's a weird trend because it's when you're that good, when you're and Don Mattingly's kind of a bad example, but when you're Barry Bonds or when you're Tony Gwynn or when you're Mark McGwire, right? You see things differently. You see the game in an entirely different atmosphere than a normal hitter or normal player does, right? So it's hard for you. It's hard for you to go and teach that again because like when players were talking about Barry Bonds as their hitting coach, Barry would just be like, "Oh, do this," and they'd be like, "How?" And he'd be like, "What do you mean how? This is just how you do it." Right? And so but when you're a weaker player, you have to work with special techniques. You have to work with analytics more, right? And I'm not saying that these good players don't, but it's difficult for these elite level players who just simply see the game differently than everyone else to be able to teach, right? It's just that's the difference. Yeah, it is flowers. Technically, it's a Kate Spade cup. It's my girlfriend's. Right, but I don't know if I'd put Mattingly in the same category as say like oh no, dude. Oh. Oh, did you see that Verdugo replay, chat? Oh. Yeah, I saw that, Doogie. Nah, I think it was his hamstring. What's up with his swing? He hurt his wrists. Pedro to be our ace next year? I'm in. He definitely was, King. He definitely was. But he never managed. The difference between Mattingly is he never managed in New York, so there wasn't really that fan attachment, right? Like if Veritek left and he coached the Kansas City Royals, I don't think anyone would really, care all that much in Kansas City about his reputation, as opposed to if he came in and that's all good, Doogie. And if he came in here and he coached the Red Sox, right? I don't know if I'll be able to do that, Pac-Man. I might do. Machado's locked into the Padres for a while, and I would be so frustrated if they got Machado. I mean, he's a good player, but I hate Machado. What were we talking about? Oh, off-season plan stream-wise, we'll probably do a similar thing to what we did last year. Where we do once every other week and we kind of go over everything that went down and any rumors and stuff like that. Yeah, dude, he's pretty hated. I'm not going to lie to you, King. He might be the most hated guy in Boston. A-Rod's close, but actually, no, I would say A-Rod's still number one. I don't know what I'm saying. It's probably still A-Rod, but still. Yeah, Verdugo is staying in. I know you were, King, but you got me all riled up. This is your fault. It'll happen, Christian. We'll see. Divisions get mixed up because when you're adding in two new teams, you got to fit them somewhere. So you're gonna have to do probably divisions of maybe an extra division and do 4 teams in each division. I don't know. I don't love Jake staying out here for a second inning. I'm not going to lie to you. Martin's signed for 2 years, so this year and next year. We should go for Giolito. I could probably do that, King. Yeah, we'll probably go live the first day of free agency and talk about. Ooh, crap. He's safe. Zimmer, Don Zimmer. Oh, who's challenging this, Chad? I don't know about it's not a rough year, Genetic, to be honest with you. It's not a rough year. Houston challenged. He's safe, dude. That's awesome, Tyler. Yeah, but Babe Ruth was so long ago. He's going to be safe. I need oh, man. This is brutal. Honestly, just sure, Genetic, but at the end of the day, right? It's about the record and it's about I mean, this year wasn't about winning World Series. It was about building to the next year. So to say it was a rough season, it's just not true, right? It's exactly what everyone thought. I think I was in the minority of saying, okay, this team could surprise us, and that's what I always voted for. That's what I always rooted for them to do. Oh wow, the runner is out? Oh my God. Let's go. Because they're not gonna put Story at second after he just got back. I understand, yeah, there's been some really rough parts of the season for sure. We're in a better position going into next year, Genetic. That would have been a run. Thank God. We were listed for, I think the under-over for the Red Sox this year was 72 wins. So we're blazing by that, which is nice. For sure, Genetic, for sure. Man, that was almost a really great play by Rafi. That had to have hurt his wrist, though. Better get that done, Jackson. No, that's not on Rafi, no. Jake's has a really nice slider. It's just if he doesn't locate it, it gets crushed. I agree with that, Genetic. I wanted that so bad. You said 91 wins. I think I either said 87 or 88 wins, which I think they'll miss by 1 or 2 games. I think they'll be at 86 at the end of the year. I think I said 87 or 88, Chad. Do you remember? I think I said in between. Okay. I think I said in between 85 and 88 wins, and I said I want to go on the higher side, so I said 87. I'm going to have to look back on that. All right. See, there we go. All right. I want to say I said 87 too. I either said, maybe I said 86. I think I said 87. Let's find out right now, Chad. We're just going to find out right now. We'll put an end to it. I don't even know what to look up. It's possible, Genetic. I don't think they go below. I don't think they go below 500 on the year. All right, okay. So here's the live stream. All right, let's go to my videos. We got to go way back for this. 3 months ago, 4 months ago, 5 months ago. Okay, here we go. Predicting the entire 2023 Red Sox season. Look at the setup's probably weird too, chat.
And that's how he's going to make the All-Star team. In fact, I almost put Chris Sale as our most improved player in 2023. The only reason I didn't is because Chris Sale really doesn't have anything to go off of last year to improve.
Chat, why do I sound better in my microphone here than I do now? Okay, here we go.
As for where they place in the AL East, I think the Red Sox end up in third. I think the Blue Jays...
Oh, wait.
You got to play games, how the Red Sox can shock the world in 2023. Check out all the statistics and stuff behind it. But I will say quickly, I think this year we are going to see just how important a common goal is amongst a group of individuals. I think we're going to see a lot of career years from people because of that common goal.
Yeah, there is. It's just a much bigger room.
Propel them above what everyone else is kind of predicting for their 2023 season. On top of that, too, I think the most important factor going into this win.
Okay, Corbin, come on, get to it.
How much better it looks this year. I think the Red Sox end up in third.
All right, chat. I clearly don't say it, but all right, I had 87 wins. That was my prediction. I also had the Blue Jays. Also, I talked with a lot of I talk with a lot more emphasis now. I noticed that. Like, that's very why did you guys watch me? Like, I don't know how you guys watch me. Like, this drives me insane, man. Let me see what my division prediction was. This was my division prediction. Yikes. The Yankees are going to finish worse than this. All right, Schreiber, I need you right here, buddy. I need you here so bad, please. Yeah, the Yankees at 89. I had the Blue Jays at 92. Oh, thank you. The simple style of the old videos. Yeah, I guess that's a good point. It was simpler, but all right, Schreiber, dude, please. He swung. Oh, no. And Schreiber can't locate since he's gotten back from the IL, chat. Schreiber's had such a rough time locating. I mean, he's always had a rough time locating, but it felt way worse now. By when do I say this season's over for the Red Sox? If they lose tonight. I think Donaldson. That someone else said that, and I don't know, man. I don't know if Donaldson will retire. I don't know about falling off. His stuff is still nasty. He's still a decent pitcher. He just needs to figure out his location again. It's about location right now. Where do I think he'll end up if he does? I mean, his contract's too big, I think. I think his contract's too big. Who pays that contract, by the way? I had Tampa last. I hope so, Tyler. I hope they pick up Giolito. I would be very, very happy if they picked up Giolito. I mean, I think they have, what, a week, technically? The Dodgers taking a chance on him would be interesting. I don't know how much he's owed for the rest of the year, though, and I don't think the Dodgers are going to want to. Come on. It's just Clevenger, Giolito, Carrasco. Carrasco's been terrible. I don't think he is. No, Tyler. I also don't want him on the Red Sox, in case that was your next question. Oh, please catch this, Duvall. No. How did Reese not get that, man? That was a terrible, terrible tag. What the hell was that? He was dead by a mile. Oh, dude. Oh, dude. Chat, we're about to have a real meltdown. You know what my least favorite thing about this, chat? My least favorite thing about this is that Wong probably would have had him, yeah. Why go for the chest there? I don't know, man. I don't know. No, Gritty, I don't. Like, he just waited for him to come. Matrix, what's up, my friend? My least favorite part. My least favorite part of when that was almost an overthrow, and I would have gone insane. My least favorite part about when the Red Sox officially get eliminated is that my job now turns into trying to convince people why there's anything left to care about. Like today, the Pablo Reyes injury video came out. Worst video I've had in a very long time, by the way. But 95% of the comments were, who cares? We're just, who cares, right? So now it's my job to make people care about anything on this team so I can get, at the end of the day, right, I can continue to grow the channel. And it's hard, right, when people comment on the videos, who cares, right? Because then it's in my head, it's like, yeah, who does care? Why should I put out videos if no one gives a damn about the team, right? So that's the most frustrating part to me, because it happened last year too. And like, there is still tough stuff to talk about. There's tons of stuff to talk about, care about for the rest of the season. You know what I mean? There's a ton of stuff to care about for the rest of the season. Like Jarren Duran going down for a year. That's so untrue, Matrix. It's not even funny. Right? Like there's stuff like how Rafaela does the rest of the year. We talk about stuff about Duran. We have to talk about the stuff with Duran. We're going to talk about maybe some waiver wire stuff if that actually happens, right? There's going to be stuff to talk about. I'm just so frustrated. I'm unbelievably frustrated. And I also don't love the idea of the fact the Red Sox, if they lose tonight, right? I also don't love the idea of a lot of people saying this was a failure of a season. Because even though the Red Sox did make the postseason, like ultimately, right, your goal is to win the World Series as a professional baseball team, right? So if you don't win the World Series, it's not the most successful season in the world. Now, that being said, it was a successful season in aspects. And so what I'm going to really hate are the fans that are like, this was the worst, this is a terrible season, this was a bust, this team's terrible, blah, 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 because it's not, right? It wasn't. There were a ton of really great aspects of this team, and I think there were, when we're talking about where the Red Sox go last year, right? When 2022, we made a video literally titled, "What do the Red Sox do from here?" And in the video, I talked about the fact that the 2022 Red Sox going into 2023 didn't have a single ounce of direction. It felt like there was no direction between what they were going to do in 2022 and how they were going to improve it in 2023, right? In this year in 2023, coming out of 2023, going into 2024, now you're looking at, okay, there is a legit direction the Red Sox need to go in. There's stuff that the Red Sox can do now to be legitimate competitive people or legitimate competitive team. And so for me, that's a successful season. 2024, now you have to be a competitor. But, I mean, there's a large majority of our fan base that just doesn't. What are the chances the Red Sox will end up worse than the Athletics this year? 0. Chad, I'm just frustrated. That's what I am. I'm just frustrated. Oh, Duvall just crushed that baseball. Oh my God, he's on fire. Oh my God, he's on fire. Oh my God, he's on fire. Cora did his best to ruin this game. That's a stupid take. I'm sorry, it is. What are the chances we make the postseason? About 8 right now. 8%. What chances do we have a drunk live stream? We could probably do that. What's terrifying about it? Adam Duvall is white hot. White hot. That ball was scolded. That's why I say Don Rafael is not playing tonight. Because there's nothing there with Dahlbeck. I like Dahlbeck as much as the next guy, but yeah, it's not there with Dahlbeck, man. Think we see Valdez ever? Probably not. I bet he gets traded. I get that genetic. That's fine. I could see that. I mean, that's fair, right? It's about what he can do with the potential that he's given himself, right? Connor, I went on this rant. When did I go on this rant, chat? When did I go on this rant? Was that 2 weeks ago? It is the laziest take in the world to just say Alex Cora threw the game. Such a lazy take. Like, it really is, Connor. I'm sorry, dude. It is, right? To just say that, oh, Alex Cora threw this game. Yes, I do. The way he manages the pen speaks for itself. You mean having one of the best pens since 2018? Like, it's quite literally been the best bullpen since 2018 postseason this year. It has the best ERA. It has the best FIP. It has the most saves. And you're saying that the way he manages the bullpen is losing you games. Come on, Connor. Dude, again, it's lazy. He doesn't utilize it to potential. How do you think they got to that point? How do you think they got to that point? You think they just parade themselves out of the bullpen? Christ, Connor, come on. Reyes is under contract. He's not eligible for free agency until 2028. Yes, 70. And on top of that, too, yes. Alex Cora quite literally has his his medical staff coming to him saying, hey, you cannot keep riding these guys as hard as you've been riding them because you're going to end up with injuries. And it's not because Alex Cora overuses them. It's because of the fact that none of their starters can go more than 5 innings. Hello. And Peter, you were 100% right, man. It's about going more than 5 innings. He's not even over-managing. He's just having to do what he has to do. He has to over-manage these guys because they're getting crapped on after their second time through the rotation. Or you have Chris Sale, you have James Paxton, you have Tanner Houck, and you have Cutter Crawford all on pitch limits. What do you want Alex Cora to do? raise those pitch limits. Like, it's so ridiculous to just say all the problems on the Red Sox are because of Alex Cora. Worth on the free agent market? I don't know. I'd say about 12, 15 million. Could have given him the rest of the fifth? Sure, and we'd probably be in the same goddamn spot because Yordan Alvarez was 2 for 2 with a home run and a double off of him. Yeah, that's a good point too, Tanner. Right? I mean, the combination of pitch limits and terrible defense, you can't get these guys past the fifth inning. It doesn't matter. I agree, Wendell. Of course the players really like Cora. My heart rate's high. Yeah, I could see it, Doogie. Yeah, Devers has been terrible there as Hollow. All right, Josh, keep it within 3 and let's see what we can do, huh? Because it's a stupid debate, Matrix. Yeah, Robbie. Recap of the game so far. Let's see. They took out Bayo in the 5th with 2 outs because Yordan was coming up. Joe Jakes was able to get out of that. Joe Jakes actually looked pretty good. And they put in Schreiber, and he basically... Joe Jakes walked a batter, and then Schreiber walked a batter, and then gave up a RBI double that put him at 5-2. And then Adam Duvall homered again. That's why Winkowski's on the mound. We're good. Hey, we got some time, chat. It's top of the 7th. Oops. Yeah, and then an error. There were a bunch of errors, Robbie, per usual. There was a really dumb missed tag by Reese McGuire. Yeah. And here we are, raging. Here we are raging. Here I am fighting with chat. Devers isn't going to DH next year, no, but he needs to be better. He needs to be better. If that happens versus... All right, everyone put their predictions. If the Red Sox... Here's what I'll do. If the Red Sox do make a comeback and end up winning this game, I think it's Fabulous does infield. I think Genetic. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest with you, who's like the infield, outfield coaches. Okay. So everyone make their predictions. If the Red Sox do come back and they win this game, how do they do it? And if you get it right, I will send you a couple of baseball cards. Yeah, he needs to figure it out. You got to give me who hits it and what do they hit. And if you get it completely right, I'll send you a few interesting baseball cards. Maybe an autograph, maybe a short print. Reese McGuire walk-off 3-run home run. I like it. 4 tanks back to back. All right. No. It has to be a legitimate. It can only be walk-off. Or I'm sorry, it's not a walk-off, but it can't be they just don't come back. Casas walk-off, Oppo single. Red Sox have a 4-run inning, and Chris Martin and Kenley Jansen close the game. Okay. I'll give you my car. David Hamilton with a walk-off home run. Mike, I will Venmo you $150 if that happens. Yoshida grand slam. They lose, doesn't count. Rafaela walk-off inside the park. Doogie does a walk-off single. 2-run walk-off single for Cedon. JT singles home winning run. How's the stream itself been? It's been good. What are we replaying here? A lot of Urias walk-off grand slams, which will be interesting. Bases loaded, Yoshida walks in the winning run. That's a good one. Duvall walk-off 2-run shot. Casas walk-off home run. Is Casas? Okay, Lear. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about, dude. And not yet. It is a great stress reliever for you guys. Casas 3-1 bunt error. If that happens, Cheeseman, I will give you my car. Yes. Both Verdugo and Duvall hit a 2-run home run. Connor Wong grand slam. What part of our team is based off the Tampa Bay Rays there, Lear? Casas walk-off single. Clayton Kershaw over 5. What do you think, King? Over 5 strikeouts? Take the over then. Oh, I'm sorry, Lear. Did me asking you specifically what makes the Red Sox Tampa Bay stump you a little bit? Yeah, I also hate that because the Rays have been in the playoffs every year. Yeah, I mean, it's so stupid. No, I understand that, Lear. I understand he came from Tampa Bay, but you said he's trying to be Tampa Bay. So, enlighten me in what part they're trying to be like the Tampa Bay Rays. And two, he also wasn't the GM, Lear. Come on now. And 2, my other question to you is, why wouldn't you want to be the Tampa Bay Rays if right now they're in a playoff position? David Hamilton, do it for me. Ugh. And 2, why wouldn't you want to be the Tampa Bay Rays and be in a position to be in the postseason every season? So those are my 2 questions. Also, okay, so you can't answer my question, so you go to insult me. Interesting. No, Robbie, let him talk. I'm curious to see some legitimate statistical evidence that 1, Chaim Bloom was ever the GM of the Tampa Bay Rays. That 2, the Red Sox are doing anything like the Tampa Bay Rays are doing. And 3, I want to know why this guy thinks that that we should not be like Tampa Bay. No. I said, why do you think the Red Sox are trying to be like Tampa Bay? Yeah, I'll keep you on standby, Robbie. I appreciate it, though. I did not hear about that, Christian. No. Appreciate it, G-Man. Thank you. No, I'm waiting for him to legitimately give me a reason. Come on, Wink. I need you out of this inning, please. Oh, it's 6-2? I've been saying it multiple times here, Lear. I want a reason why you think the Red Sox are Tampa Bay. Why you think the Red Sox are Tampa Bay. I want a reason why you think the Red Sox shouldn't be like Tampa Bay because Tampa Bay's been in the postseason multiple years. Nice, David. All right, let's get some runs going, huh? What does my age have to do with this, Lear? You still have absolutely given me nothing in terms of your argument. You've just insulted me. So I would like, Lear, I'm giving you an opportunity right now to state your case. That's all I want. That's all I want is the opportunity for you to state your case as to why, one, you think the Boston Red Sox are turning into Tampa Bay. Two, why you think it's a bad idea to become Tampa Bay. It's okay you're trying, yeah. See, I'm absolutely burying this idiot, and he can't come up with anything. It's embarrassing. You're embarrassing yourself, Lear. That's what you're doing. Right? You can't have a civil conversation about the differences between Tampa Bay and Boston and why you are pretty much you gave no statistical reasoning. His reasoning, chat, for the reason the Red Sox are going to beat Tampa Bay is because they have Heimblum. That's it. That's it. That's the only goddamn reason. No, there's no backings of this. There's no reasoning behind it. It's just that 2 + 2 doesn't understand. I'm genuinely waiting for a reason outside of, oh, they just have Heimblum. Yeah, we're trying to be the Dodgers because we have JT. Okay, let's go back to Lear's original statement because he seems to be misremembering what he said. Let me see if I can get back to it here. Yeah, let's base our whole team off the Tampa Bay Rays because they want a whole lot of stuff. That's the word for word what you said. So my question to you, My question to you is, how are they turning into Tampa Bay outside of just simply hiring someone who's in Tampa's system? I just quickly want an answer to that question, Lear. And instead, what you're doing is you insulted me and you've said nothing of substance. And on top of that, too, when you're talking about the correlation between hiring a GM from Tampa, Lear, this is what I'm saying, dude. You're just avoiding the fact that you're just simply wrong and you don't want to admit it, right? And even if you want to say, oh, just because you hire Chaim Bloom, you're the Tampa Bay Rays. What about the fact that the Dodgers had someone? See, you've still not given me a reason. You've not told me 3 different times that I have to read between the lines to figure out your argument. That's not how this works. Oh, please, Story. Oh, that looked like it was gone. Right? The fact that I have to read between the lines to get to your argument is a real bad sign. So this is what I'm talking about. He truly is so inept that when he gets faced with facts and reason, he goes into insults. It's incredible. Imagine being that inept. Chad, I'm thinking about breaking out the rally hat for the 8th and 9th inning. Thoughts? I think we need a little bit of magic here. Bring it out. I'm in. We're doing it. Hats plural. Yeah. You guys know the drill. Yeah, we'll probably have some. All right, Reese, that a baby. Fire him up. But you didn't give a reason, Lear. Your only reasoning was that they hired someone from the Tampa Bay Rays, which is the most... It's just flat out stupid. Like, I'm sorry. It's like saying taking anyone's contract here in Major League Baseball is turning them into that team. Michael Wacha came from the St. Louis Cardinals. Did the Red Sox turn into the... No. Oh, my God. Every goddamn time the Nesson camera angle makes it look like that ball is absolutely smoked. You're No, that's not what you said, pal. You said they're turning into Tampa Bay, and you said it's a bad idea, and you said the reason they're turning into Tampa Bay is because of Chaim Bloom. We've all been here. We've all seen the chats, dude. And now you're going back on it because, I hit you with logic. I hit you with reasoning, and you can't handle that. Right, and I'm asking you to explain why you think that. And that's not what you were trying to say. You were trying to say that turning into Tampa Bay North was a bad idea. So I want to know, again, all I want to know is why you think that and why it's a bad idea to become the Tampa Bay North. That was smoked by Doogie. Okay, Devers injured. I don't love this. But it is still Rafi Devers. Come on, baby. All right, chat. We're throwing it on. Come on, Rafi. Give us some life, baby. Please. There we go. All right. Come on, baby. Who's up after him? Duvall? No, Turner. Oh, Rafi, buddy. If you could do anything, please do it right now. Oh. I'm nervous, Chad. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm nervous. Come on now. I don't want to make a video declaring the season over. Come on now. Oh, Rafi. Okay. No, geez, man. That is tobacco. That has to be. Okay. I hate and I love these games where I can't breathe before the pitch is thrown. Lear may have cursed us. Yeah, it could be coffee grinds gritty. Guess so. Yeah, man. Devers, you could see how Devers is hurt, dude. You could see it. You could see it. Yeah, I'm gonna bump it up to 2 more hats at the bottom of the eighth, bottom of the ninth. It's bottom of the bottom of the eighth. You can buy it. You can get it for 15% off at foco.com. He got hit in the hand with a wrist. Yeah, foco.com. Get 15% off. Use code RedSeatRadio, all one word, at checkout, and you get 15% off everything. Anytime, Tanner. Everyone should do that. Yep. Red Seat Radio, one word. No spaces. I hate the Wave. I have such a vendetta against the Wave, man. I hate it. I hate it. Dude, they have 2 more at-bats to keep their season alive. That's fine, Robbie. I appreciate you stopping by, man. And thank you for monitoring that situation. I really appreciate it. No Celtics hats. Red Sox only. Chat. It's good that we're live together watching the end of the 2023 season. No, that's not bad at all. Any updates on Jaren? Oh, yeah. There's a big update on Jaren. We'll go over it more tomorrow, but he's out for the rest of the season. They play Kansas City. Yeah, we are all suffering together. That's what matters. True versatility. No, I agree with that, Christian. I agree with that for sure. There's going to be a lot of things to focus on, and that's what we will focus on. I get it, Goblin. I get it, man. I'll try not to, Mr. Murphy. Thank you. Appreciate you stopping by, my friend. Rafi, dude. No, not mathematically. It's just sort of like I think if the Red Sox get swept in this series, you're 7 games back. I get that, Ethan, yeah. Do I think Doogie might be gone after this year? I could see it. Hey, you too, Dennis. Thank you so much. Yeah, the Blue Jays losing means nothing to me. What means something to me is the Astros losing. And they're just not. They are one of the best. Even with their streakiness this year, they're still a top 5 offense in all baseball. Eva. We play the Kansas City Royals next. Bobby Witt's definitely going yard, yeah. Who's pitching tomorrow? Who's it today? Bayo, Cutter. And then probably Houck, Paxton, Sale. I did my series or my game preview, right, chat? For those of you who are box seat members. Still September left to play. I appreciate the optimism, Wendell, but my problem with the Red Sox putting themselves in this position right now is that you're no longer like this series was where you could rely on yourself to put yourself in a position to make a run at a postseason, right? Now you're not relying on that. Now you're relying on other people falling down for you to make. Okay, thank you, Doogie. For you to make the postseason. And that to me is where I feel as though the season's over. No, I don't think they bring back Paxton. All right, we're putting the hat back on, but this time we're doing dual hat, chat. We're doing double hat, double hat. I don't think, no, they didn't make a mistake in not dealing Paxton. No. I don't think so, Goblin. I think they needed to win. And certainly not looking hot for the boys, no. Grab the hat. Grab the hat. I like it, Mike. That's a lot of hats. Do I think Terry Francona will get fired? I don't know. Throwing on the rookie Benintendi jersey? I like it. We need to give him all the energy we can, chat. This is do or die. 2 innings. Here's how many hats Mike has on right now. It's a lot of hats. Not enough. Not enough hats. Everyone better be wearing a Red Sox hat. If you're watching this right now. Hey, what's up, Justin? 4 hats on right now? That's a good amount. It's a good amount. It's all right. Hey, that's all right. Yeah, King, don't you dare. Turner jersey will work. Put him on, ladies and gentlemen. Hat, oh, perfect, Genetic. That's what we need right there. We need a little straw hat. We need a little straw hat. 2 hats, that'll work. In Turner we trust, ladies and gentlemen. Matsuzaka jersey on? Love it. I'd have to look at the schedule, Pac-Man, so we can do that in a little bit. No. Yes. Okay. That'll work, Ethan. Thank you. Appreciate you stopping by, Ethan. Thanks. All right, we like that right there. Same. I got to go to the bathroom. Love the hat. You get it for 15% off at foco.com. Is that considered an error? I don't think so. What am I doing Sunday night? I'm not sure yet. Is that after a series, Justin? Broadcaster said it was. Cora has all the clue in the world what he's doing. It's a lazy take to say this is Cora's fault. But we're not going to get into this again. Oh, there's the discount code for anyone who wants the hat. You just click that link. $10 p.m.? Oh, I definitely can't make that. I'm sorry, Justin. Time's the game. This would be hilarious if Adam Duvall did it again. He didn't. Houston, Kansas City, Kansas City, Kansas City. Oh, there's only 3 against Kansas City? Why did I think it was 4? I have a bunch of videos on the Sox top prospects. I've been sort of spreading them out. We'll probably do more prospect talk after this series because, yeah. I'll let you know, Justin. Let me see what I can do on Sunday. See if I can make it work. I'll DM you on Twitter. Appreciate you reaching out though. I'm not taking the hat off, Chad. We need a miracle. As a their expert opinion as a Astros fan on our team. Sea Dogs didn't have enough hats in Portland tonight. Did they lose? Sorry about that. AA watch-alongs? Maybe. What changed? France's a good pitcher. France's a good pitcher. He had a bad game. That's what changed. My Discord? Oh, no. Who's my... Jackson, aren't you a mod? You're not a mod? I thought I made you a mod. I'll make you a mod right now, Jackson. Season's dead. If they lose this game, yes. I don't know how to do that, though. Oh. Manage. Edit roles. There you go. You know the drill. Monitor away. I trust you. What's the Discord link, chat? Someone sent it to him. I'm so bad at that. Yeah, that's cool, Jackson. Oh, nice, Benjamin. All right, one out. All right, 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 all right. Yo, Vera DFA? I don't know. I'm sure there is salty. I don't entirely agree with that, Zeke. I don't think they need. I mean, Rafi is a superstar. Um, Casas is going to be an anchor for a while. Duran's going to be a big part of the future. Story's going to be a decent bat. I don't think you need a. I mean, it would be great to have a MVP candidate, of course, but I don't think you need that to make this team a World Series contender. I think they'll keep. I think they'll keep Rafaela up, and then I think they'll call up Brandon Walter. Yeah, I agree, Matrix. I don't know if Yoshida ever win an MVP, but he'll be very good. Yeah, need reliable starting pitching. That's what we need. It's not even bullpen arms. You just need reliable starting pitching. Oh, jeez. Okay. Don't say who you want to send down. He could win me. Okay, I won't say anything. Change backs for Garrett Cole. All right, Grady. Thanks for stopping by. Someone tell me what that means, and if that's something I shouldn't allow in the chat. Oh, okay, Jackson. No, of course the Yankees will never make that trade. It was just a joke. All right, get Jordan out here, please. And then let's score 4 runs in the bottom of the ninth just for its and giggles. He made 4 good draft picks out of like 158 picks. So I don't know about that. He made some good draft picks, but there were a lot more not good draft picks. Yeah, that is an old head take. Adam Duvall extension. I would look into extending Duvall. I would say for like 2 years, like $22 million maybe. Who's the Astros closer? I honestly don't know. Oh, Presley maybe? I think a lot of what the hate from Bloom is that people don't really totally understand why he was brought in and what the goal of him being on this in this organization is. I think it's just a little bit misguided if I was being totally honest with you. I think you just need 2. I would be happy with 1 legit ace and 1 innings eater, to be honest with you. Yeah, there's no cap in baseball, so yeah, they do. All right, chat. Here we go. I'm going to put on more hats. Hold on a second. All right, chat. Hats or the death of the Red Sox season. We'll see. One of the two. But it'll be entertaining either way. I don't even know. Is this even going to show on the screen? Oh, yeah, we're good. Okay, chat. Here we go. Here we go, chat. Are these all the hats I own? No, but I don't know where the rest of them are. I still haven't unpacked them. What names are on those jerseys? That's a Devers one, and that's technically a Xander one, but now it's a Turner one. Duran's out for the season. I'm in a coma? No, I'm just reading chat. You despise Nike? That might make buying a jersey a little hard. Come on, baby. Do we do the thing, chat? Do we do the thing? I think we stay here and we do the thing. We do the thing that we've done all year. I want quiet in the chat, please. Quiet in the chat. Versatility gets it. It's whisper time, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you that are new here, this is how we will the Red Sox to score runs. By being dead silent and not talking about an effing thing that happens on the field. Shh. Shh. I feel bad. I feel really bad for people whose first live stream this is, because they're probably like, what is this moron doing? It's starting to rain, because of course it is. You missed potentially the death of the Red Sox 2023 season, but it's not over yet. Oops. Oh, we're good. Okay. Shh. Oh, stay fair. Stay fair. Stay fair. Stay fair. It's alright. It's starting to really pour. saying shit for him. Say Don. No. Silence. Reese, stop swinging at that. Clearly whispering isn't working, chap. Clearly whispering isn't working. I don't know how many hats I need to get this team to score runs. Our season's up to David Hamilton. Kind of poetic. That hit him. Okay. Well, I know Urias here. I don't know, man. It's possible, Christian. I want Iguodala. That's what I feel like in this situation. I don't think that doesn't fit on my head. So backwards. Don't get excited, chat. We don't talk about what's going on in the field right now. Hamilton hate? I just don't think he's going to be that good of a player at the major league level, honestly. Can't watch the game? Feel something in the air? I don't know how they did that, to be honest with you. Yeah, it is the craziest rally out yet. But hey, you got to break it out when the season's on the line. Yeah, we've gone insane, Braden. Rally boxers on. I love that. Yeah, that was an excellent take. Oh my god. It's not a sombrero. It's a sun hat. And you don't know what fashion looks like, Texas, because you can get these for 15% off using code RedSeatRadio at Foco.com. It's right there in the chat. Well, chat, I said at the beginning of this series that the Red Sox needed to win this to stay competitive in the division or in the wild card, and they didn't. So I think it's pretty clear. We just witnessed the death of the 2023 season in terms of the wild card, right? No, Tanner, you didn't. So, I mean, we'll keep watching. We'll keep watching. We'll keep we'll keep doing these live streams till the end of the year. Yeah, maybe we just need more hats. I don't know. Barring a 12 games win streak, this season it feels unattainable. It feels unattainable. Yeah, but that doesn't really... I mean, they're just going to beat up on each other, Tanner, and they're not going to move at all, right? So, but either way, chat, I mean, the fact that you guys stuck through this entire game with me, incredible. Incredible. I absolutely... I'm always baffled by the fact that, so many of you guys stay here from start to finish. You watch the full game together. It's... Truly, this has been the best part about 2023 for me. So, I mean, every single one of you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate all of you. And, we're not going to stop doing these, but if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. If you haven't hit the like button on this video yet, please consider doing that. Lear did keep it interesting. Shout out Lear. I'll be here next week. Probably do it on Wednesday next week, actually. But yeah. Thank you, guys, and I'm going to go cry myself to sleep, I think. We'll be back tomorrow with a Jaron Duran video, and then Thursday we will be talking about the death of the 2023 Red Sox. So until then, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for clicking on this one. A million times thank you, and I will see you